Chelsea 2, Leicester City 1. We take the win and we're in the top 4 for now. Chelsea on 67 points, standing in 3rd place. Boy, am I happy. I'm Matthew, aka Genius, guys, and I'm the presenter of the CFC Chats. Today I'll be taking you guys on a short review on how the game went. Now guys, honestly, in my opinion, I was really happy with the game. 2-1, you can't get any better than that. It was 2-0, they did get a goal, but we stood our ground and, we got the win. Obviously the big fight happening, some great entertainment for the fans. But, that's Leicester's problem, they want to start a fight in extra time, they can start a fight, they're wasting their time, not Chelsea's, because we already, in the lead. But obviously with the goals, Rüdiger, a fantastic header from a corner. Can't get any better than that. Sorry, thigh. Hit it with his thigh just before it about to go in. And the second goal from Werner, taking the fall in the penalty box, and Jorginho taking the penalty. Now, for everyone saying that's not a penalty, you guys gotta wake up and see. The camera angle did show it didn't hit him, but obviously there's different angles that clearly show Fofana clipped Werner's leg. But more than that, it's a great game. Werner did fantastic. He's getting there. I feel like he's getting there, and I think a couple more games, and he will get a couple of goals going. Hopefully in the Champions final as well, he'll get a goal. That's if he starts. But obviously in the other person's performance, we got Jorginho scoring the goal, Rüdiger, who's playing fantastic, Chilwell, who made up for him not playing on the final. And obviously I think my man of the match for the game had to be Rüdiger. I think Rüdiger just showed great leadership at the back. He scored the goal. He did keep kind of a clean sheet until fortunately that end, but overall he did play well. So I think in my opinion the man of the match goes to Rüdiger. He just did fantastic. We just lost the final to Leicester, but now we move on to our Champions League final happening in 2 weeks, and that is just giving us much more confidence this win to go to Portugal and win it, because this is a must-win final. We cannot even think about losing this final. We've got obviously Aston Villa next week, the last Premier League game of the season. Again, it's still a big game because we still need a win. We still need to secure the top 4 position, because obviously Liverpool, who are versing 2 easy teams, Burnley and Crystal Palace, can still make the top 4. Also Leicester can still make it as well, but we are 1 point ahead of Leicester, and we're 4 points ahead of Liverpool. So we just need to get a draw or a win next week to secure our top 4 position. I hope this game isn't taken lightly, because this is still very, very tough game. So I hope Xhaka brings on our biggest team to get the win on this, because it's still very, very important. Even though it's a mid-table team like Aston Villa, it's still a strong team, and it's still a very important match. Obviously, when we finish the Aston Villa game, we go to Champions League final in Portugal, and it's just as I just spoke about, that important game, and it's a must-win game. Back to today's game, I think overall everyone did a fantastic job. Even the likes of Pulisic, who didn't really get much of the ball, I think everyone still did overall well. There wasn't a star player today because everyone did so well. Even like the midfielder, like Kovacic coming off for Kante, I think that was a must-needed sub. I'm kind of glad Kovacic came on, because I think he needed that time to kind of get back into game form, and I hope he starts against Aston Villa and gets him ready to possibly play in the Champions League final, if he's ready. But again, that kind of sees our back 3 line with Aspi, Thiago, and Rüdiger. And I want to know from you guys if you guys enjoy that back 3. And I think if Christensen comes in there for Rüdiger, Thiago, or Aspi, would that make a difference? But yeah, I think in my opinion, I think this back 3 is our best back 3. I think, I wouldn't mind seeing Christensen instead of Aspi, but obviously Aspi is the captain. He's one of our star players, and I think Aspi is going to be making it over Christensen. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think. Is this our best back 3 line we could have from our players this season? Also going to our mids, we had a good mid. I saw Chilwell and James starting on the wing backs. Now this is where Chilwell comes in. I think Chilwell needs to be starting every game, honestly, because I think last game shows when he wasn't on, how much like less of an attacker we had. Like, yes, Alonso was on last game to provide more attack, but it just didn't show. And I think Chilwell plays that left back role perfectly, and just him attacking, defending, and doing everything. And I think perfect role for Ben Chilwell, and Reece James on the right side, obviously playing fantastic too. Honestly, can't get better than that from Reece James. He just does fantastic. He really takes control of the game, and I think that's fantastic. And then obviously Jorginho, he's getting a lot of hate, but you know, you gotta admit, but Jorginho is a player who he gets the ball and he controls, he slows the game down, and I think he's very good in those big games. You know, sometimes when players are faster than him, that's how he gets outskilled. You know, every player has their weaknesses, and I think people got to realize that Jorginho is not the fastest reaction player, so they really got to think like, you know, get him on a player who's kind of slow or something. But I think overall Jorginho should stay, depending on our transfers we get next season, but that's something we're going to see at the end of the season. Now we got Mount and Pulisic who played in the cameras. Now Mount you know, had his game. He didn't do extremely well, but you know, what can you expect from him every game? He's still doing well. He's still leading our kind of midfield line. Obviously just winning the player of the year for Chelsea, well deserved for Mount. And I think overall he had a decent game. I think he was just a bit tired, and I was saying during the stream today, guys, how he should have came off, I think, just for a resting to get ready for Aston Villa. But you know, hopefully maybe he comes on as a sub at Aston Villa so he gets ready for the Champions League final. But you know, we'll see how that goes. Pulisic on the right, I think overall he did well. You know, he did have a kind of a quiet game, but I do expect more to see from Pulisic. You know, he's still a fantastic player. Definitely should be starting like he did today, and definitely should be starting against Villa. And obviously Werner up front, I think a lot of people are going to slant him like huge, but you know, he did get the penalty. He didn't score. He had those horrible, unfortunate decisions in the first half, and I think he just got to move on from that and kind of learn from his mistakes. And then going to Mendy in keeper, I think Mendy just proves to be our starting keeper. He's just overall a better keeper than Kepa. I mean, Kepa isn't that bad. He's still a good keeper, but I think as a starting keeper, Mendy just needs to stay, and I think this game kind of proves it. With his good kicks, he has good saves. Didn't really have too many like unbelievable saves, but unfortunately did kind of lead to giving away the ball to Iheanacho's goal from Leicester. But yeah, guys, that kind of wraps up today's review. I want to keep it quite short, quite simple. So guys, we'll catch you guys in the next game against Aston Villa. And guys, remember, we still have our shirt kit giveaway, guys. We'll give you guys more information about that on the Aston Villa stream and the Aston Villa preview. So I hope you guys enjoy like usual, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.